Hello everybody. Normally I like to post videos about my 2019 Sea-Doo FishPro, but today I'd like to talk about some accessories that can go with your FishPro that I found really neat. As some of you may have known, that I used to pull my FishPro with a Ford Ranger 2022 model, and I found that I just couldn't see out the back of it when I was backing up my jet ski. And so what I've done is I traded that vehicle in, and I got myself a Subaru Forester. This is really a cool accessory to go with your FishPro or any jet ski. It's got some great features. It's got all-wheel drive, so when you're at a boat ramp that has a problem with crud on the boat ramp, like moss or slime or algae or something, you don't have to worry about just having your rear wheels only engaged. This has all-wheel drive. Another good thing about it is that it's got really great visibility, and I was concerned about whether or not the thing would have high enough clearance for the ball hitch, and it certainly does. It's not quite as high as your truck, but the fact that you have this big rear window here and you can see out the back of it on the sides really makes things a lot easier. It has some nice other features too, adaptive cruise control and things like that. So I just want to recommend it. It really works good even for jet skiers, and I really like it a lot better than my truck. Okay, I want to talk about some other things that are really good for your jet ski, and want to show you some tips. And I want to make a product endorsement for some accessories to go with really any vehicle, but in particular this Subaru. The floor mats that you have with your normal vehicles, when you're doing jet ski activities, especially like in salt water, you're always getting into your car and that sort of thing with wet clothes and wet shoes, especially when you have to get out of the boat, out of the vehicle to launch your watercraft, and then get back in the vehicle to take it up to the parking area. So what happens is, water gets off your shoes and stuff, and so I found this really great floor mat that traps all the debris and stuff like that, and I've installed it. I want to show you and talk to you about it. And I just want to tell you that this is the best, absolutely the best self-draining floor mat that I have found. It's called the WeatherTech Floor Mat, and it's advertised to catch your junk off your feet, like snow and grime and water and stuff like that. The nice thing they don't advertise about it is its self-draining feature. It's really freaking cool. I want to show it to you here. This is the floor mat here. Once again, it's a WeatherTech floor mat. You can see WeatherTech, and what they have is these really cool holes that penetrate the floor mat and go directly through to your carpeting. And the Subaru has these nice little posts on there that are supposed to keep it in place. But what WeatherTech has found out is that they can penetrate their floor mat so that if you have too much water here, it self-drains right through these holes into your carpeting underneath. So that's a real great way to keep your floor mat from filling up with water and things like that. Another cool thing about these WeatherTech floor mats, especially for the Subaru, is that on some of their advertising literature, they show that that it protects your sideboards here too. Now, this is really a cool feature, because what WeatherTech has done, I think, is they have probably contacted Subaru and made some kind of a deal so that they can leave this part here open so that salt water will drain off of your feet onto this carpeted area here and rot out the metal underneath, so that every 10 or 15 years you'll have to buy a new Subaru. So those are really great features, and I really like them. Now, the way that you can take care of this problem, if you don't like this self-draining feature, is you can add an enhancement, and I'll show you how to do that right now. After getting my camera adjusted, I'll show you how you take care of the problem. What you do is you get this special nice tube of black silicone, and you can then goop all around here to form yourself your neat custom seal. that can be personalized however you want it to be, to take away that enhancement that WeatherTech has added onto their floor mats. And that'll be a really cool way to dress up your car. It's perfectly customizable, it's unique to you, and it really says a lot about you, about your driving style. The other thing you can do to take care of that is every time you want to go to the ramp, what you do is you go ahead and you get yourself some of this painter's tape. And I think that WeatherTech should probably sell rolls of this stuff, you know, as an accessory. They could maybe charge $29.95 for this stuff. And we'll get it. We'll get it here. Don't worry. No pain, no gain. And then what you do before you go to the boat ramp, you do this. You put it over that WeatherTech, and that really dresses it up and everything. And that way you can eliminate and modify your self-draining WeatherTech floor mat and put these custom stripes on it so that later on, you know, you don't have to get your carpet wet with salt water and things like that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video of these nice enhancements you can make to your vehicle for your driving pleasure. And I really got to hand it to WeatherTech for inventing and making and constructing a self-draining, auto-draining floor mat. That's a really cool deal. And by the way, I contacted WeatherTech and told them about this, and they gave me the story about how their molds just aren't able to make a floor mat. Of course, even though on their website I saw images of a vehicle that did have the floor mat where it had that shield over the entry running board of the vehicle. But they were nice enough about it. They said that if I didn't like my self-draining floor mat, I could return it to them. So I guess that's pretty nice about them. But once again, I just want to let you know that if you want to get a great floor mat for your vehicle that self-drains, go ahead and get the WeatherTech floor mat for your Subaru Forester. It's really a great deal. GoPro, stop video.